Mrs. This is Pony Boy. I didn't realize I was gone. So, I forgot. I'm calling about the theme song for English. How long can it be? Not less than 5 pages, but it can be longer. As long as I want it. It's all in my head if I can't sort it out. First, I have to sort it out. No later than that, as soon as I get it together. Thanks, Mr. Sam. The place to begin. I'd gone to a movie. And when I stepped out from the darkness from the movie house, I only had 2 things in my mind. Paul Newman and a ride home. I wish I looked like Paul Newman. He looks tough, and I don't. And the other thing, it's a long walk home with no company. But I usually loan it. My second oldest brother, Soda, never cracks a book at all. And my oldest brother, Derry, works too hard to be interested in drawing a picture or reading a story. And nobody in our gang digs movies and books the way I do, so I loan it.
Greaser!
And I'm a greaser. Greasers can't walk alone too much or they get jumped by the socials. I'm not sure how you spell that, but it's abbreviated for the socials. The jet set, the rich kids. We're poorer than the social. I reckon we're wilder too. But not like the social who jump greasers and throw beer blasts and have river and bottom parties. But we still think. I guess we're like hoods. We drive old souped up cars and have gang fights. I don't mean I do. Derry would kill me if I got in trouble with the police. Since Mom and Dad were killed in a car crash, the 3 of us get to stay together as long as we stay out of trouble. So Soda and I try as much as we can. I'm not saying that either the socials or the greasers are better. That's just the way things are.
Hi, Grace. How come you're all by yourself, Grace?
Leave me alone.
Couldn't think of it. Not safe for you to be out here all alone. We're going to do you a favor, Grace. We're going to cut off all that long, greasy hair.
Stay away from me.
Need a haircut, Grace?
No.
We're going to cut it real close. How'd you like it to begin just below the chin?
Are you crazy? Soda, Derry.
Shut him up!
Say someone.
All right, cool it, Greaser.
Call it, Bob.
He's asking.
How many coming?
All right,
Derry.
I'll give you another point with Grease. See you later.
Sonny boy, you okay?
They catch you?
No, I'll talk nothing.
They're cruising our territory.
So, scum, you really okay? You're not hurt?
Compared to what they did to you, nothing at all.
They have to stop jumping us. They have to stop.
What's in your hand?
It isn't anything. No,
Johnny.
Pony. I can't take another beating. I can't take it, Pony Boy. I get enough from my father.
Pony Boy, are you okay? Tell me.
I'm okay, Derry. Quit shaking me.
Then they didn't cut him.
Come on, Derry.
Sorry.
You're never sorry, not about anything.
Kid's okay. You're an okay kid, Pony. Did you catch him?
No, we got to leave this time.
Here's their car with a couple of rocks. I don't think they liked it.
I didn't know you were out of jail, Dallas.
Good behavior got off early.
Pony boy, what were you doing walking by your lonesome?
I was coming home from the movies. I didn't think.
You don't ever think. Not at home or any place where it counts. You must think with all those good grades in your nose in the book, never use your head for common sense. No sirree, Bub. If you had to go by yourself, you should have carried it away.
No matter what I did, you wouldn't like it.
Leave my kid brother alone here. It ain't his fault he likes to go to the movies. It ain't his fault. Such as I can jump us. And if he'd been carrying a blade, it would have been a good excuse to cut him to ribbons.
When I want my kid brother to tell me what to do with my other kid brother, I'll ask you, kid brother.
Next time you want to investigate anything, Pony boy, any of us will.
Speaking of the movies, I'm going over to Nightly Double tomorrow night. Anybody want to come and hunt some action?
No time, I'm working.
You're always working.
I've got a choice.
So, Paul,
I'll pick enough Sandy for the game.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Sandy, can you stay?
No,
Things at home, you have to go.
I've got a choice.
2-Bit, Johnny, you and Pony want to come?
Me and Johnny, okay, Derry?
It ain't a school night.
Since it ain't a school night,
If I don't get boozed up, I'll follow walk over and find y'all.
if I even catch you getting boozed up.
Derry.
Who needs boozed up?
I've seen you lots of times.
When?
Soda's right. I mean, 2-Bit's right. Soda gets drunk lots of times at drag races, at a dance, only he never actually touches alcohol.
Come on, Sandy.
It's true. He gets drunk on just plain living.
I'll probably find y'all.
2-Bit, if you're walking towards my place, if you're in that direction, could I part way?
Happens up again right by your house, John Cake, right by your door.
Thanks.
Remember how Johnny looked when he got beat up? Why do the socialists hate us so much?
That's just how it is for greasers.
I'm reading Great Expectations for English, and that kid, Pip, he reminds me of us. The way he felt Mark Lousy because he wasn't a gentleman or anything. The way that girl kept looking down on him.
That's only a book, Pony.
It happened to me one time in biology. We had to dissect a worm in the razor we can cut, so I used my switchblade.
Pony.
I forgot what I was doing. I wouldn't have done it. The moment I flicked it out, the girl right beside me kind of gasped, said, "They're all right. You are a hood."
A Soch. Was she pretty?
She looked real good in yellow. Don't tell Derry. He'll say I wasn't thinking again.
Papa will when he hollers at you. He don't mean nothing.
Like heck.
I have to get home before my mother gets hacked off. Don't want to miss the game tomorrow.
Pick you up at home?
Better meet me. I'll be at the Dingo.
She's different.
From what?
From tough, loud girls who wear too much eye makeup and swear too much, I like Sandy.
She doesn't have to. She's got school, a job, and nothing but trouble at home.
Soda,
Yeah.
how come you dropped out of school? I could hardly stand it when you left.
It's because I'm dumb. The only thing I was passing was auto mechanics and gym.
You're not dumb.
Yes, I am. Shut up and I'll tell you something. Don't tell Derry.
Okay.
I think I'm going to marry Sandy after she gets out of school and everything. I might wait till you get out of school so I can help Derry with the bills.
Tough enough. Only wait till I get out so you can keep Derry off my back.
I told you, he don't mean half what he says.
Then why does he bug me all the time?
You're the baby. I mean, he loves you a lot.
You're wrong. Derry don't love anyone or anything, and he thinks I'm another mouth to feed. That's all I mean to him.
You better get on with your homework.
Soda,
Yeah,
you in love with Sandy?
I am.
What's it like?
It's real nice. What's that book you're reading for English?
Great Expectations?
Great Expectations.
We were a little early for the movies, so we walked around talking to all the greasers we knew, leaning in car windows and hopping into back seats and getting on who's running away and who stole what, when, and why. By then, it was dark enough to sneak under the back fence from the movie.
Go home, both of you.
Drag it out.
Come on, Johnny Cake.
Why don't we just stay?
Follow me.
You know he hates to do this legal.
Move it, Pony.
Sure, Dallas.
You really made them mad.
Do you object?
Bob and Randy are disgusting. I didn't want to sit with them either.
They need a lesson. We came to see a movie. We'll see a movie.
Bikinis on Muscle Beach.
Must be something by J.D. Salinger.
Really?
Marsha.
Is this hair real or a wig?
Could you stop?
Guess it's real. Want to check if I'm real?
Dallas.
What's the picture?
Bikinis on Muscle Beach. Like to see some muscle?
Take your feet off my seat and shut up.
Who's gonna make me?
That's the greaser that jockeys for the Splash J sometimes.
I know you two. I've seen you around rodeos.
It's a real shame you can't ride bull half as good as you can talk it.
You two barrel race, huh?
You better leave us alone or I'll call the cops.
Oh my, you've got me scared to death. You ought to see my record sometime, baby. Guess what I've been in for?
Won't you just be nice and leave us alone?
I'm never nice. Anybody want a Coke?
I wouldn't drink it if I was starving in the desert. Get lost, hood. Are you going to start in on us now?
No.
You don't look the type. What's your name?
I wish you hadn't asked. It's Funny Boy Curtis.
That's an original name.
My father was an original person. I've got a brother named Soda Pop. It says it on his birth certificate.
My name's Cherry. I've been called Cherry because of my hair. Cherry Valance.
I know, you're a cheerleader. We go to the same school.
You don't look old enough for high school.
I'm not. I got put up here in grade school.
What's a nice smart kid like you running around with trash like that for?
I'm a greaser, same as Dallas. He's my buddy.
I'm sorry, Pony. Did your brother Soda Pop work in a gasoline station, a DX?
Yeah.
Man, your brother's one doll. I might have guessed your brothers. How come you're blushing?
It's not every day I hear a good-looking Soch say something like that.
How come we don't see your brother in school anymore?
He's a dropout.
Johnny, Pony, for you, for the redhead. For the redhead who likes muscles, might cool you off.
This might cool you off, Greaser. After you wash your mouth and learn to talk and act decent, I might cool off too.
Fiery, huh? Well, that's the way I like 'em.
Leave her alone, Dallas.
What'd you say, Johnny? You wanna repeat that?
You heard me. Leave her alone.
You wanna repeat that, Johnny?
Leave her alone.
Thanks, you had me scared.
You sure didn't show it. Nobody talks to Dallas like you did.
From what I saw you do.
One time a guy told Dallas we were at a candy counter, and Dallas belted him so hard, it knocked tooth loose. You got a lot of guts, Johnny.
Will you cool it, Pony Boy?
Y'all sit up here with us. Y'all can protect us.
Might as well.
How old are y'all?
14.
16.
That's funny. I thought y'all were both
16.
How come y'all ain't scared of us like you were Dallas?
First of all, you didn't join in the way Dallas was talking. Then you made him leave us alone. And when we asked you to sit up here, you didn't act like it was an invitation to make out for the night.
Oh.
I've heard about Dallas Winston, and he looks mean, but not you two.
Sure, we're young and innocent.
No, not innocent. You've seen too much to be innocent. Just not dirty.
Dallas is okay. He's tough, but he's a cool old guy.
He'd leave you alone if he knew you.
Well, I'm glad he doesn't know us.
It's funny, in a way, I kind of admire him.
Weren't y'all yelling at someone a while ago?
Our dates. They brought along some booze.
I don't want to sit in a drive-in and watch someone get drunk.
You really made them mad.
I don't care.
Okay, Greasers, you've had it.
Glory to be. You want to scare us to death? Johnny?
Kid, Johnny, come on.
Hey, Two-Bit.
Sorry, kid. I forgot. Who's this, your great aunt?
Great grandmother's supposed to move.
A sharp one. How could you be picked up by a couple of greasy hoes like Pony and Johnny?
We really picked them up. We're Arabian slave traders and we're thinking about Shanghaiing them. They're worth about 10 camels apiece.
5. That looks like Arabian. Say something Arabian, Johnny Cake.
Cut it out, Two-Bit. Dallas was bothering them, and when he left, they wanted us to sit up here with them to protect them against greasers like you.
Where is Uncle Dallas? Tim Shepard's looking for him.
Dallas hunt some action.
He'll probably find a fight. He touched the tires in Tim's car just for kicks, which is no joke when you got to work to pay for him.
You don't believe in playing rough or anything.
10's okay. Fair fight isn't rough. Blades are rough. Set of changing heaters and pull sticks. Skin finding it rough. Dallas got caught. He pays up. No sweat.
Yeah, boy, real simple.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets killed or something, you just bury him. No sweat.
You dig okay?
Playboy, will you come with me? We'll get some popcorn.
Sure. Y'all want some?
Y'all watch the movie.
I don't think I have your numbers.
What numbers?
Street, dress, and telephone. Go see who's watch the movie. So watch the movie.
Well, maybe I had a piece of paper somewhere.
Cherry didn't want popcorn. She really wanted to talk.
Your friend, the one with sideburns, he's okay?
He's okay. He ain't dangerous like Dallas, if that's what you mean.
Johnny's been hurt bad sometimes, hasn't he? Hurt and scared?
Worse than that, it was the socias.
I don't want to watch bikinis on Muscle Beach. I want to know about this.
One night, me and Soda were walking down the street kicking rocks, and we noticed Johnny's jacket on the ground. Then we saw a hump on the other side of the lot. Then there was a moan. Soda got there first and turned him over. I nearly puked. We were used to seeing Johnny banged up. His father clobbers him a lot, but nothing like this. And then Dallas, so Two-Bit finally got there, and for once he had nothing smart to say. And then Dallas showed up, and Dallas was finally sick. And then Johnny figured it was Soda holding him, and he started shaking and crying. He said there's a Mustang full, and Soda kept holding him, saying over and over, "They've gone, Johnny Cake."
A blue Mustang?
Johnny tried to run, but they caught him. One of them had rings on his hand. That's what cut Johnny so bad.
Not all socials are like that.
Sure,
That's like saying all greasers are like Dallas Winston. I bet he's jumped a few people.
lots of times.
You think the socials have it made, don't you?
Well, you do.
It may come as a surprise, but we have troubles we never even heard of. You want to know something? Things are rough all over.
Then why are we so different?
You're more emotional. We're sophisticated. Cool to the point of not feeling anything. I'll catch myself talking and realize I don't mean half of what I'm saying. I don't really think a beer blast on the river bottom is super cool, so I rave about it just to be saying something. You're the first person I told that to. Why is that?
Because I'm a greaser and younger, so you don't have to keep your guard up.
You're an awful smart kid.
I'll probably outgrow it. Better get back with the popcorn.
You read a lot, don't you, Pony?
Yeah, why?
I could just tell. I bet you watch Sunsets too.
You eat all the popcorn?
It's delicious. How do we get home? Maybe I should call my folks.
I'll walk you.
It's 20 miles.
It's still early, but if we get started right away.
Kid, Johnny, there's a car at my place. Take us 10 minutes to walk there. It runs real good.
Trying to figure out what's the cool thing to do?
Two-Bit's car's okay?
It's a wreck, but Two-Bit will get you home.
Thanks, Two-Bit. Let's start walking.
Well, aren't we adventurous?
If you'd rather call your parents.
No.
Maybe I should have him clean out the back seat.
We should walk together.
I'm sure there's enough gas.
Cherry, look what's coming.
Man, that's a tough car. Mustangs are tough.
What are we going to do?
Stand here. There isn't much else we can do.
Who is it, the FBI?
It's Randy and Bob.
And a few more of the socially elite checkered shirts set in the back seat.
Your boyfriends?
Maybe they didn't see us. Let's just act normal.
Who's acting? I'm natural normal.
Wish it was the other way around.
You mean? What do you mean?
That was a close one.
It's
What?
blue.
What is?
Tell me, Johnny, why do they call you Johnny Cake?
Real name's Johnny Cage, everyone.
They gotta get home. Gotta move it, Johnny.
Johnny, what do you mean when you say tough? It's a tough car?
It means.
I was asking Johnny.
It means okay, like really raw, like sharp. Like you and Marsha are two tough girls.
Do you have brothers at home to help with things?
No, Ponyboy's lucky. He's got two.
Lucky to have Soda Pop.
And Derry.
Are you crazy?
You don't talk about your oldest brother.
Let's talk about he's big and handsome. He used to play football.
That's it. Tell me what he's like.
He's a good guy.
You're completely. He's about as hard as a rock and about as human. He's got eyes exactly like frozen ice.
Hold on.
You and Derry.
I bet he wish he could stick me in a boys' home if he could, if Soda would let him.
Pony boy, that ain't right.
You got it all wrong.
You just shut your mouth, Johnny. I ain't wanted at home, and we all know you ain't wanted at home either.
How did you talk to Johnny like that? How could you do it? He didn't mean Johnny.
I'm sorry. I was just mad because I was making a fool of myself.
It's the truth. I ain't wanted and I don't care.
Shut up, talking like that, kid. We couldn't get along without you.
Maybe I should just call for a ride.
It just don't seem fair.
What isn't fair?
Johnny's father being a mean drunk, and his mother a selfish slob, and Two-Bit's mother working at a bar to support him and his kid sister. And Dallas, he hates the world. And Derry getting old before his time and having to hang on to 2 jobs and run a family. While the hosts have so much spare time and money, they jump greasers and have river bottom parties and throw beer blasts because they don't know what else to do.
I tried to explain.
Sure, things are rough all over our part of town.
Dwight thinks I would like it or love it.
I think they saw it.
The Blue Mustang.
Jerry, Martian, listen to us.
You're making a big deal out of nothing.
Cause we got a little drunk.
A little you call running and passing out in the street? A little?
Now look.
No, you look. I told you I'm never going out with you while you're drinking. Too many things could happen.
Baby, you know we don't get drunk very often.
You're not hearing very good. I said never.
Sure. Oh, and even if you're mad at us, that's no reason to be walking with these
These what?
vermin.
Who you calling a vermin?
This is the little Grace that needs the haircut.
And this is Such with the blue Mustang and all the rings on his hand.
Maybe you'd like a close look.
It was you?
Back off, guys.
You greasers think you can pick up our girls. Our
Get out of
girls!
your territory. You better watch it.
Next time, pick your own kind. Dirt.
Listen, Grace, we got 4 more in the back seat.
Pity back seat.
If you're looking for a pop, should we run for it?
Too late.
I ask you.
You mean if I'm looking for a good jumping, you'll give it to us because you outnumber us.
You got it right. Okay, kid, you want a repeat performance?
You touch that kid and I'll call the police.
You what?
Hold it a minute.
Cool off, guys.
You wouldn't dare.
I don't want to fight, so we'll ride home with you. But first, you go sit in the car and you wait.
Wait.
You wait till we come over.
Hey, we ain't scared of them.
I can't say fight. I just don't like them. Yes or no?
Okay, well, wait 1 minute. You think I'll let a little Grace get away with walking my girl?
Bob, wait in the car. I said I'll be along in a minute.
See ya.
We better go with them.
I know.
If I see it at school and don't say hi, that's not personal. It's just
The way things are.
we can't even let our parents see us with you.
Just don't forget, some of us watch sunsets too.
We better not piss the women at morning, Terry.
It's time. I hope I never see that Dallas Winston again.
Why? Because he's one of us?
Because I might fall in love with him. How'd that be for trouble?
Marcia's phone number. Must have been out of my mind to ask for it. Probably phony anyways. They're gonna play a little snooker hunt and poker game. I don't know. Those 2 girls are tough.
But if they see us in the hallway, they can't say hi?
If that's your worst problem.
They saved us from a fight, Pony. I'm really glad we didn't have to fight.
We would have done okay.
You don't understand. I couldn't take it again. I'd rather kill myself or something.
You can't kill yourself. Don't talk like that.
I gotta do something. Maybe I'll sleep here in the park tonight. Listen to the fountain like it's a waterfall someplace in the mountains. There ought to be someplace without socias or greasers, just people.
Maybe out in the country when we had the whole family, we drive out in the country.
Let me tell you something crazy. I think I like it better when the old man's hitting me. At least then, I know he knows who I am. I walk in that house, nobody says anything. I walk out, nobody says anything. I stay away all night, nobody notices. At least you got soda. I ain't got nobody.
Shoot, you got the whole gang.
It's not like having your own folks care about you. It ain't the same.
Johnny went to sleep right away. That's what I was dreaming too. I brought Mom and Dad back to life. Mom would bake things. Dad would drive the pickup out to feed cattle. Mom was golden and beautiful. Then I woke, and by the time I got up, I realized that I needed to get home. And when I got close, I could see Soda and Derry, only if they were asleep.
Honey, where the heck have you been? You know what time it is? Well, it's 2 in the morning, kiddo. Another hour, I would have had the police out for you. Where were you?
I went to sleep in the lot.
You what?
Hey, Barney boy, where you been?
I was talking to Johnny, and we both just dropped off.
It never occurred to you that your brothers might be worrying their heads off afraid to call the police because it might get you through at a boy song so quick it'll make your head spin and you were asleep in a what?
No matter what I did, you wouldn't like it.
Derry, hey, Derry, you keep your smart mouth shut. I'm sick and tired of you sticking up for him.
Don't yell at him.
Party boy, Party.
I remember my first thought. I'll find Johnny and we'll run away. At least things couldn't get worse. Johnny!
By the fountain, Pony, watch out.
Here they are, guys.
Grab the one by
What's wrong?
Gotcha!
Help me, Johnny Cage!
Take a drink, greaser!
Johnny!
Let him breathe or drown.
Help me, Johnny!
This time you stay down, Grace!
Johnny, he'll die.
Johnny, what happened?
I killed him.
What are we gonna do? You killed him.
I don't know. They were killing you. They all ran when I stabbed him.
This can't be happening. They put you in the electric chair for killing people. What are we gonna do?
First things, keep your mouth shut.
Dallas.
Heard the socials were cruising our neighborhood.
They were killing Pony.
I see. You need money and a plan. So did Derry know about this boy? How they ain't itching to tell Derry?
Don't tell him.
What are we gonna do?
Hop the 315 freight to Wintersville. There's an abandoned church at the top of Jay Mountain. There's a pump in the back, so don't worry about water. Buy a week's supply of food as soon as you get there, and don't stick your nose out till I come. Get going.
Thank you, Dallas.
At least I thought New York was the only place I could get mixed up in a murder rap.
A murder rap?
Say, get going.
Wait, don't we come in from over there?
Beginning to get light.
The old church is over there. Dallas was right.
My dreams come true. We're out in the country.
I will go to the store first thing when they open. You stay here while
I wonder what's happening back home with the guys.
I can imagine.
I can imagine too. Later we found out.
Maybe Dallas knows something. He didn't say. Or maybe he knows something. It's good, baby. One thing's sure. They're not headed for Texas. First time I just want to see it. Well, if you want to go on in. Maybe it's time to put you in the phone call. If there's a phone handy, there's nobody around.
No news? You both been up all night?
How'd you make that at home?
Not good. School's the worst.
That bad?
Said the worst. Look, we gotta talk.
I'm getting a little nervous.
I'm going to Florida. My girls are looking for me.
Come on, Sandy. Always stay here.
I can't stay here.
How can you get out right now?
How can I stay? Look, my girls are looking for Florida. I'm gonna go with my grandmother there.
Hold on, you don't have to do that. You heard Derry.
I have to get out.
We can get married. We're gonna someday, so why not?
We're 16.
A couple weeks, I'll be 17.
That's a big difference.
No, Sandy, I won't.
Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't make it worse.
Okay, for now, it's been a bad night. We'll keep in touch, give it a little time, work things out.
When you see Johnny and Derry, tell them, explain to them, please. I love you.
Alright, you're right back.
Goodbye.
We'll take another $5 a lot.
Let's see about Kate Turner.
Dallas, some socials are after Piglet. Dallas is ready.
That's the second time I've been jumped this morning.
Socials are a little tense this morning.
I heard you told Buzz Johnny and Dallas are headed to Texas.
That wouldn't be one possibility.
You think of another possibility?
I know you have to ask them.
Man, look at that car. Sort of that Stingray.
Look at the redhead that Dave Al's girlfriend. Run that chick out of here.
Don't touch her, Dallas.
What's this? You calling on the same as Johnny Tate?
How's Johnny?
Who wouldn't know about that?
What would you know about Honey Boy?
Police think they're headed southwest somewhere.
Is it necessary to jerk me around? At least y'all know about Paul.
Yeah. took a lot of nurses to come over here this time.
Yes, it did.
Any message for the juvenile delinquents?
Yeah, tell them I said hi.
Dallas, I only want to talk to her about this testifying. Clear all that up. Dallas, talk to us. You hear me? Always talk to us.
Tell them I said hi. I heard that was Texas.
Your kid brother is so smart. Why can't you locate his telephone?
I'd been to church before, but this old falling down place gives me a creepy feeling. What do you call it? Premonition. That's our signal.
Nobody paid any attention at the store. Got a week's supply of bologna, 2 loaves of bread, a box of matches, candy bars.
What else? More candy bars? Gone with the Wind. How'd you always wanted to read that book?
I remember you saying something about it, and I thought maybe you could read it to kill the time.
Thanks.
We're in big trouble.
Yeah. Little things have been happening so fast, man. I'm tired.
Last night? Was it last night?
Last night we were walking Cherry and Marsha home. Last night we were laying in the lot looking up at the stars.
Last night I killed that Bob. He couldn't have been over 17 or 18, and I killed him. I'm really tired, too.
The next few days were the longest. We passed time by playing poker and reading Gone with the Wind. Johnny was especially stuck on a Southern Gentleman.
It was... They were sure gallant riding into death without even... Oh, God, I forgot.
Dallas ain't got any more manners than I do. You heard the way he treated those girls at the nightly double.
Dallas is gallant. I was saw Dallas getting picked up by the fuzz one night, and he kept it real cool. They were getting him for something too big, did, and he knew it. But he took the sins without denying it or batting an eye. That's gallant.
He's your hero. Now go back to sleep. The whole Lower Valley was covered with the mist. The clouds changed from gray to pink, and the mist was touched with gold.
Golly, that's sure pretty.
Wouldn't it be cool to be able to paint that sky?
Too bad it can't stay like that.
Nothing gold can say.
What?
There's a poem I read once. I was remembering it. Nature's first green is gold. Her heart is who to hold. Only so an hour. Leaf subsides the leaf. So Eden sank to grief. It goes on.
Where you go on?
So dawn goes down today. Nothing gold can stay.
Where did you hear that?
Jack Frost wrote it. He meant more than I'm getting, though.
How come you remember it?
I've been trying to remember it.
I never noticed colors and clouds and stuff till you started reminding me about them. It seems like they were never there before.
I can't tell the others about stuff like that. I can only tell you and Soda, maybe sometime Cherry Valance.
I guess we're different.
Shoot, maybe they are. We passed time playing poker. I owed Johnny $150 in poker games, and I was dying for a Pepsi. Maybe I started to think maybe I've always lived in church, or maybe during the Civil War, or both.
Pony, hear it?
Who do you think?
Boy, look at the church mouse.
Hey, Dallas.
Johnny Cake and Pony.
I never thought I'd be so glad to see you, Dallas Winston.
What's happening?
How's Soda Pop? Is the fuzz after us? Is Derry okay? Do the boys know where we are?
Holy, I can't answer everything at once. I skipped breakfast and I'm starving.
You're starving?
If you'd like some bologna.
No thanks. The fuzz won't be looking for you around here. They think you lit off the other direction.
Like I told
I got Buck's T-Bird parked down the road. Ain't you been eating anything?
What gives you that idea?
Both look terrible. The cops think you're in Texas.
Why Texas?
They know me. I get hauled in for everything that happens on our turf. I'll let drop you were headed elsewhere and they beat it out of here.
Like I told you, gallant.
Y'all want something to eat or not?
Believe it.
Be good to get in the car again.
Dallas liked to drive fast whether he cared where we were going or not. By the time we were flying down the red dirt road so fast, me and Johnny were a little green. I got a Pepsi, and by then we started gorging.
I'm I'm gonna start next on banana splits.
I guess it's time to tell us what's going on.
The Socials and us are having all-out warfare all over the city. That kid you killed had plenty of friends, and all over the city it's Social against Grease. We can't even walk alone. I started carrying the heater.
Dallas, you kill people with heaters.
You kill them with switchblades too, don't you, kid?
Please, Dallas.
If you walk around with the heater, you're looking to get killed.
Don't worry, my heater ain't loaded. I ain't aiming to get picked up for murder, but it sure does help a bluff.
All out warfare all over the city?
Just one more day. Tomorrow night. Just one more day. We're having it out once and for all. Us and the Socials tomorrow night in the vacant lot.
Tomorrow night?
You guys have to miss it, though. We got a hold of the president of their social club, and we had a war council. Here's the deal. No weapons. If we run, things go on as usual. If they run, they stay out of our territory, but good.
Suppose they bring chains?
Hey, I didn't tell you we got us a spy. A good-looking broad I tried to pick up the night you killed that Social. The redhead, Cherry, what's her name?
Cherry?
Man, next time I'm abroad, I'll pick up my own kind.
We were getting the same advice from the Socials.
Cherry the Social is helping us.
She wasn't Cherry the Socials.
Anyway, she said if Johnny comes to trial, she'll testify Socials were drunk and looking for a fight. And you only fought back in self-defense. How about that?
That would really help.
Then I suggested we go for a ride in Buck's T-Bird. She said no, thank you. Then, very polite, told me where to go. What'd I do wrong?
Maybe you should try a little conversation before making your move.
Conversation? This place is out. What do I do for kicks around here? Play checkers?
We're going back and turning ourselves in.
You're what?
We're going back and turning ourselves in. I got a good chance of being let off easy. I ain't got no record. And like you said, Pony and Cherry can testify. It was self-defense.
When did they get their hands on you?
I can't live in that church for the rest of my life.
When they take you in, you'll find out greasers get it worse than anyone.
It's not fair for Pony to have to stay up in that church with Soda and Daddy worrying about him all the time.
Derry don't.
Yes, he does, and I don't guess my parents are worried or anything.
The boys are worried. Two-Bit was for going to Texas to look for you.
Did my parents ask about me?
No, they didn't. Johnny, what do they matter? Shoot, my old man don't give a hang whether I'm in jail, dead in the car, or drunk in the gutter, and that don't bother me.
Let's go back to the church. I forgot the book.
Get in the car. If you turn yourself in 5 days ago, it saved me a lot of trouble.
I'm scared. I still am.
I ain't mad at you, Johnny. I just don't want you to get mean or hurt. You know what a few months in jail can do to you?
Like it happened to you?
You get mean.
When we got to the top of the hill, Dallas slammed on the brakes. We couldn't believe what was happening.
Boy, the church is on fire.
Let's go.
Wait, what for? Get back in the car.
People over there.
It's not our problem. If you don't get back in the car.
What's going on?
We don't know. We're having to go out and some of the place is burning. Kids with matches.
Our matches.
No, stand back, children. Wait for the firemen.
Some of the kids are missing.
They're around somewhere.
They're in the church.
Don't worry, we'll get them.
No, wait for the firemen.
There ain't time.
First thing I remember, we slammed a rock through the window. Hand me that little one.
Out the window.
You enjoying this, Johnny Cake?
Get out of there. Get out. The roof's gonna cave in. Forget the stupid kids.
Hand me that one back in the smoke. The last one.
I think he's coming around.
Thank you, Miss O'Brien.
Where am I?
Why back, kid? You're in an ambulance.
An ambulance? Why?
You just passed out. You're okay.
I didn't pass out, Dallas. He hit me.
Because your back was in flames.
It was? I didn't feel it.
Your friend put it out before you got burned.
Where are you taking me? To the police station?
The police station.
Oh, we take you to the police station. We're taking all y'all to the hospital.
Where's Johnny? Where's Dallas?
They're in the ambulance right behind us.
Johnny and Dallas are all right?
Which one's which?
Johnny's the black-haired one, and Dallas is the mean-looking one.
Dallas will be all right. He got burned in one arm. Johnny? I don't know about Johnny. A piece of timber caught him by the back. He might have a broken back.
He has severe burns. Severe. They're giving him plasma now.
Lie back, kid. It's better if you
I swear you three are the bravest kids I've ever seen. You professional heroes or something?
I think you were sent straight from heaven.
They checked me over except for a couple of bruises and a burn across my back. Dallas.
If you ever do a stupid thing like that, I'll beat the tar out of you here. Don't you ever.
Dallas, listen. Johnny Cake.
Miss O'Brien was just talking to some reporters, and some people phoned from the front reception claimed to be your brothers.
My brothers?
That's what they said.
But how'd they know?
Phone number in your wallet.
Tony,
Soda.
how come you didn't call? You trying to scare us to death?
Hollywood.
Derry, I'm sorry. I meant to.
I thought we watched you like we did Mom and Dad.
Don't look like you got much sleep this week.
Hardly slept at all.
Neither did we.
Doctor, we're taking our kid brother home.
He'll be fine. There's no paperwork. You can go along home.
I asked about Johnny and Dallas, but nobody will tell us anything.
Are you members of the family?
I'll only talk to the families.
Johnny and Dallas don't have any family except us.
What about as much family as he has?
Alright, Dallas Winston should be okay after 2 or 3 days in the hospital. One arm is pretty bad, but he'll get back to the use of it.
About Johnny?
We already phoned his parents.
Tell us straight.
Johnny Kidd is critical. His back is broken. He's in severe shock and suffering from third-degree burns.
What are you doing for him?
Everything to ease the pain, but because his back is broken, he can't feel the burns below his waist, even if he lives.
If. You said if.
If he lives, he'll be a cripple.
Is he conscious?
In and out.
Can we see him?
Not right now. What you do now is you go along home and you get you some rest.
We can't do anything here. We better go on home.
I had a great pain growing in my throat, and I kept telling myself that Johnny and Dallas were going to be all right, except it was getting harder to lie to myself.
Can't believe a thing they put in the papers anymore. People need 2 greasy locomotives to be heroes. How about being a hero, Big Shot?
How, like what?
Like a big shot. June and I the Liquid Sun Heroes. I like that term bit.
I guess we turned all of a sudden.
It says you and Johnny risked your lives. One of the parents said the little kids would burn to death if it hadn't been for the 2 of you. Tell us about the fight, too. You have to appear in juvenile court for running away, and Johnny for manslaughter, if he recovers.
Why do they keep saying if?
They go about how Gary and Soda are working so you can all stay together, and you've been on the honor roll at school. The reporter puts the 3 of you shouldn't be separated after working so hard to stay together.
Separated?
Won't happen. Juvenile court don't do things like that to heroes. They get them looking on at Johnny Cake. Want to come?
Well, I don't know about visiting hours.
I can't wait for visiting hours.
Tony.
Look who's...
Hey, Two-Bit.
I know you want to ride home in my car.
No thanks. I'm with someone. He wants to talk to Tony.
Who is it?
Randy Anderson.
Well, I don't want to talk to Randy. It's their fault, John. It's their fault Bob's there. It's their fault Johnny's in the hospital. And it's their fault me and my brother might get put in a boys' home.
I know that, and Randy knows that. Well, I have to go. It's up to you now.
Can I give you a lift?
Maybe sometime.
Come on, boys. Can we talk?
You know the rules. Now jazz before the rumble.
I know the rules.
Meet me at the car if you quit. We gotta go see Johnny.
Read about your paper. How come?
I don't know. Maybe I felt like playing hero.
I wouldn't have done it. I let those kids burn to death.
You don't know that. You might have.
Can't move a greaser like you could pull something like that off.
It didn't have anything to do with the greaser. Two-Bit wouldn't have done it. You might have done it. It just depends on the individual.
Maybe. I'm not going to show at the Rumble now. I'm sick of all this. And no matter what you think, Bob was a good guy. He had a problem, but he was a real person.
How could I know that?
You couldn't. Now he's dead. His mother had a total breakdown.
Who's to blame?
All I know is they spoiled him. They gave in to him all the time. He tried to make someone say no, but they never did. He needed somebody to lay down some laws, set limits, give him something to stand on. One time he came home drunker than anything, falling down disgusting. He thought for sure they'd raise the roof. You know what they did? They said it was their fault. They took the blame. Only one person ever told Bob no, and that was Cherry Valance. No wonder he was so crazy about her.
I have to go to the hospital.
That kid, your buddy, might die.
He might.
And not at Rumbles, people are just going to get hurt and maybe killed. And it doesn't do no good. No matter what, it's still going to be the same. Greaser's still going to be at the bottom, and so you're still going to be the lucky ones with all the breaks. So I'm just gonna get out of town.
Running away won't help.
I'm Mark Chicken. If I punk out, I'd hate myself. So what can I do?
I'd help if I could.
No, you wouldn't. You give a little money and the whole world hates you.
No, you hate the whole world.
Whatever. Thanks, thanks, kid.
My name's Pony Boy.
What Mr. Super Soch have to say?
He ain't a soc, he's just a guy and he wanted to talk.
You shouldn't even be up on this board. Your brain's in critical condition. No visitors, absolutely.
Is my money in there? Lady, please. Let them go in, nurse. He's been asking for you. It can't hurt now.
It might help if he could see us.
Okay, he's over here.
Hey, Johnny Cake. Johnny Cake.
Hey, y'all.
Got a riddle for you. What's the safest thing to beat when you meet a gang of social outcasts in the alley?
Don't know.
A judo expert?
No, another social outcast. They train you, okay? Listen, we're having a big rumble tonight. We're gonna get them off our backs. We're gonna get them off our territory for good.
You got your name in the paper. Yeah, you.
It's tough. The book. The one that got burned in the fire. Can you get another one?
What book, Johnny Cake?
He wants another copy of Gone with the Wind so I can finish reading it to him.
I'll go down to the drugstore and get one. It's just downstairs. Don't try to run away.
Dallas is going to be okay. And me and Derry, we're okay now. Johnny?
It just hurts sometimes. I usually can't feel it below the middle of my back. I'm pretty bad off, ain't I, Pony?
You're going to be okay.
I won't be able to walk again.
You got to be okay. We couldn't get along without you.
I know I used to talk about killing myself, but I don't want to die. 16 years ain't long enough. It isn't long enough. The only time I've been away from home was when I was with you at Windricksville in the church.
You ain't going to die, Johnny Cake.
That's right, Johnny.
Hey, Dallas.
Still here, Johnny Cake. Your picture's in the paper, mine too. Some guys came by to rub in about missing the rumble tonight. So when they saw my picture, they couldn't believe it. It didn't say wanted dead or alive under it.
That's a good one, Dallas.
We're going to win that fight tonight. We're going to clean out our neighborhood for good.
Johnny, your mother's here to see you.
I don't want to see her.
She's your mother.
She's just come to tell me about all the trouble I'm causing her. But just tell her to leave me alone for once. Leave me alone.
I was afraid of something like this. You'll have to go, please.
Be back later, Johnny.
The book.
I'll give it to him. We need the doctor, please. We got a book for you, Johnny. Don't let him in. We can read it together. When I come back, I'm sorry you can't come in.
I have to see him. He's my son.
Please, not now.
This is our thanks. After all the trouble we've gone through raising him, he's rather good with hoodlums.
The doctor will speak to you later.
Bob, I'm here.
Hey, Cherry.
Pony, can you stay a minute?
Sure.
It's going to be a rough night. It's going to be rough tonight.
It's going to be rough tonight.
Randy's not going to show up for the rumble.
I know.
He's not scared. He's just sick of fighting. Bob was his best friend since grade school.
I wish I could say the same thing for Johnny, except he ain't scared. He's really scared.
How bad is Johnny?
He's bad. You can't see him right now, but please, go up sometimes.
No, I couldn't.
Why not?
Because he killed Bob. I know Bob asked for it. He deserved it, but I couldn't look at the person who did it.
I don't get it.
You only knew his bad side. When he was drunk, he was horrible. It's the part of him that beat up Johnny. I knew it was him the minute you told me the story. He was so proud of those rings. When he wasn't trying to destroy himself, he could be something special, something that marked him different.
Last time I saw Bob, he was drowning me.
Think hard. When was the last time you saw Bob?
Last time I saw Bob, he was...
Don't go to the rumble tonight.
They're bringing blades?
No, they pay your way. Fair deal. No weapons. Randy told me. I already told Bob.
I guess we're supposed to be grateful.
I ain't looking for gratitude. I just wanted to help you. I liked you, Pony. I liked you from the start. Wouldn't you help me if you could?
If I could.
I have to testify at your hearing. Randy, too.
To clear Bob's good name?
You'll be there. You'll find out. You made a good friend, Pony. Good friends hard to come across these days.
Hey, can you see the sunset real good from your side of town?
Real good.
You can see it real good from our side of town, too.
Thanks, my boy. You did okay?
Wonder what happened to you. You feel okay? You look terrible.
I'm okay. I'll take a whole bunch of aspirins.
If you're really sick, go ahead and fight anyways.
You just shut your mouth. Derry won't know a thing.
You think could get away with murder living with your big brother, but they're stricter with you than your folks.
Yeah, but they raised 2 boys before me, and Derry hasn't.
You okay, kid? You don't look so great. You tensed up.
We all get tensed up before a rumble.
Skin never hurt no one. No weapons, no danger.
You got a fever?
I'll be okay. I'll get a hold of a little one.
If you get in the jam, holler.
Promise.
It's gonna be that time. Is everybody happy?
I'm a hood, I'm a JD, and I black the name of our fair city.
Good thinking, Sweat Trust. I am the Soch. I'm the privileged and well dressed. I throw beer blast, drive fancy cars, and break windows at fancy parties.
And what do we do for fun?
We
jump greasers.
Where's them and the others?
They're coming. They'll be here.
That's not all that's coming.
Let's get the rules straight. Nothing but fish. First one to run loses, right?
You savvy real good.
I'll take you.
Hello, Daryl.
Hello, Paul.
Paul Holden. He was the best back on Derry's football team in high school.
That's Soch?
They used to buddy run. He's got to be a junior by now.
And Derry's got to work?
I'll take you.
You think you can handle me, Paul?
I can handle anything, sir.
This reminds me of a book I read once by Jack London, where the wolf pack waits for one of the 2 members to go down in a fight. But this is different. The moment that either one swings, the rumble's on.
Well, that waits for me, Dallas.
I wanted to ask Dallas how he got out. Dallas, I thought you were in the hospital.
I was. I am now.
Hey, let me see that part. I wanted to ask Dallas how he got out, but if so, she was heavier than I took him for, was sucking the sense out of me. I thought he was going to knock my teeth out. By the time Derry got through with Paul, he was crawling on his hands and knees. Derry saw what was happening to me and lifted the big guy off of me and knocked him back 3 feet. I figured I should have helped Dallas. He could only use one arm, and I jumped on the Soch that was slugging Dallas, but he threw me over his shoulders, and someone kicked me in the ribs, and you better believe it hurt. Dallas grabbed him by this time. He kicked me so hard in the head, I was stunned. I'm laying there stunned. Then all of a sudden, Greaser started shouting.
They're running, the sessions are running.
Chase them home.
Take them to Mexico.
You okay, kid?
I'll tell you after I count my teeth.
We got some guys hurt. I better check them out. Come on, Pony, come on.
Go where?
We have to go see John. I have to go right now.
Right now?
He was getting worse when I left. He has to see you. I got the car over here.
Let's go. We got there nothing flat.
Wait right there, boys. You can't see him. He's dying.
We got to send. If you give me any static, you'll wind up on your own operating table.
Shall I call security?
You can see him because you're his friends, his family, not because of the gun. Yes, call security.
Go ahead. Johnny K. Johnny.
Hey, Dallas and Pony.
We won. We beat the Social. We chased them out of our territory.
Fighting is no good.
Johnny, they're still writing about you in the paper. All that hero stuff. I'm proud of you, buddy. Real proud of you.
We're all proud of you.
Dallas, proud of me? Pony,
Yeah, Johnny?
stay gold.
Don't die, Johnny. Please don't die. This is what you get for trying to help people, little punk. This is what you get. Please don't die, Johnny. Please don't be dead. See, Pony, this is what I get. I was crazy for not wanting him to get mean. If he'd been mean like me, he'd never went back to church. If he got smart like me, he would never try to save those kids. This is what you get for helping people, Pony. Get like me and don't get hurt. Look out for yourself. Nothing can touch you. Wise up, Pony.
Johnny's dead. And Dallas ran out all crazy.
We know. We have it all.
Even Dallas had a breaking point.
Pony Boy. Dallas is
Da-
dead too.
We had a call from the police.
Dallas is dead. Dallas?
He pulled a gun on a security guard.
But it wasn't loaded.
They didn't know that.
Easy, little boy. There's nothing you can do.
Dallas wanted to be dead, and Dallas, he always gets what he wants.
Easy, little buddy. Easy, little buddy. There's nothing you can do.
Pony, what's wrong?
Pony, what's wrong?
The blobs of faces started dancing in my vision. Then I felt hot, and everything started spinning. And Soda was there. Soda, is someone sick?
Yeah, go back to sleep now.
Then I remembered that Johnny and Soda were dead, but I tried not to think about that. And Johnny not wanting to die, and Dallas kept telling me to wise up. And waving an empty gun at the security guards.
What's the matter with me?
Derry, what's the matter with me?
Fear exhaustion shot. Minor concussion.
Where'd I get the concussion?
You got kicked in the head. You've been delirious sleep since Saturday night.
I'm never gonna make up all the schoolwork I've missed, and I've got to go to court. Derry, do you think they'll split us up?
I don't know, buddy. Go back. Johnny left his book, Gone with the Wind. He wanted you to have it.
I don't think I could ever get past the part where the Southern gentlemen go riding into shore death.
Get some more rest, buddy boy.
The hearing?
The day of the hearing was when Derry really surprised me.
Bob had been drinking. He was drunk. When he took me home, he told me he was going to go back and fix up Johnny and Honey for picking up his girl. When I told him no, he told me to shut up and get out of the car. He was crazy. He was like that when he got drunk.
Sorry, it was our fault. They only fought back when it looked like Bob was about to kill Pony Boy. It was self-defense.
And then the judge was talking to my brothers and then my teachers. And then he called me up and he asked me how I'd like school. And then he told me to stop chewing on my fingernails. And then he said it quitted. Then the case was closed. I wish I could say everything went back to normal for me, but it didn't. I started running into the doors and things. And I was lucky if I got home with the right notebook and both of my shoes on.
Pony Boy, I'd like to talk to you about your grades.
Mr. Simon was a real good English teacher. He's a real good guy. He makes you think.
Your grades have really dropped. You're failing this class right now. But I'm taking into consideration the circumstances. Sorry, Pony Boy, I have the hiccups. If you can come up with a good semester theme, I'll pass you.
What's the semester theme supposed to be on?
Anything you think's important.
Like my first trip to the zoo?
You think it's important?
Well, I know it's not important.
What isn't important?
Schoolwork.
Take it easy, little buddy.
I'm going to have to get a job as soon as I get out of school, so why not just drop out?
You're not going to drop out. With your brains, you can get a scholarship and we can put you through college.
Big deal.
Anyway, if you don't like the way I'm running things, you can just leave.
Hold on, Derry.
Look at Soda. He's doing okay, and he dropped out. You can just lay off.
Anytime you don't like the way I'm running things, you can just leave.
You guys, why can't you?
What about Soda?
He lost Sandy, too.
And she's in Florida with her grandparents?
This letter come back today. Soda wrote to Sandy. Mark, return to center. Not even open.
Not even opened?
Sorry.
It's okay, really.
It's true. I'm dumb. The reason I dropped out is because I'm dumb. I'm fine with working in a gas station. You wouldn't like that. And if you make it to college, you're making it for all three of us.
What do you say, Pony?
You guys get out of here. I've got a semester theme to write.
See you later.
You'll think of something.
Something important.
To give you this so you can finish it. I want you to tell Dallas to look at the sunset. He'll probably think you're crazy, but ask him for me. Listen, I don't mind dying now. It's worth saving those kids. Some of their parents came by to thank me, and I know it was worth it. That guy who wrote the poem meant that you're gold when you're a kid, light green. When you're a kid, everything's new, dawn. It's just that when you get used to everything that is dead. The way you are, Pony, that's gold. There's still lots of good in this world. Tell Dallas, I don't think he knows.
Your buddy Johnny. Mr. Symes, semester composition, Pony Boy Curtis. When I stepped out from the darkness of that movie house, I only had two things in my mind, Paul Newman and a ride home.